we can actually get started with our module 1. Okay. So in our last session, we are at module 1 and we have covered a lot of different core concepts. Example, like we have actually seen something like what is meant by global account and what is meant by actually, so in the global account, I can actually have two kinds of a view. One is global account administrator, another one is going to be global account viewer. And also we have seen what is by sub account, and in the sub account we have seen multiple different options. So like once I go into the sub account, like if I go to my trial account, we're doing all the practice from our trial account. So if I am inside my trial account, so by default I have my trial account created, and in this trial account I have something called actually different components. Like this is my landing page. In the landing page I have different options to run. Example, like it has a cloud foundry environment, it has schema environment, and it has actually different entitlements that is needed for me to run any kind of application here. Okay, so then we have seen what is meant by service marketplace, because in the service marketplace you will be actually basically subscribing a service. Okay, what is the subscription? So for example, my business requirement is to start using basically I have a requirement, I need to mostly go with integration suite based services. Okay, so then my requirement is to go with integration based components. Then I need to use some kind of integration based components to get started with my BTP tenant. So subscription is something like, so once you go to a service marketplace, you will always see two options. One is nothing but subscription of a service. So if I subscribe to a service, I am actually entitled to use a service. So then you will see something called instance of a service. So since already I have subscribed to a service, I need to consume the runtime, what is actually going in my service marketplace, what are different actually instances that are getting created. Then I will actually use something like instance. So you will be creating majorly instances. So for your subscribe service, you will be creating a runtime environment, and under runtime environment to need to tie it to an environment that is nothing but we will choose a cloud foundry or a schema environment. This is how you will subscribe to a service, and you will actually start using a service from that point. And also we have seen a lot of other concepts. So we gone into cloud foundry, and since we are using our trial account, by default whenever you create a trial account, you'll get actually a spaces, something like I'll get a space of 2 gig, 4 gig. So mostly in a trial account you'll get 4 gig of maximum, and with actually 400 instances, 400 app instances or service instances. If I get some kind of scenario, how do I control that one? We have seen that option. And also we have seen some other thing like how do I actually, if I have a single space, and how do I actually assign a quota, and how do I do this operation? We have seen that also that in general also. Then we have seen what is the use of HTML5 application. Say example, like I have a service or something like build work zone and everything. Whatever actually the application that is required for build apps and work zone, that will be so example, like I'm going with the Fiori Launchpad. And for the Fiori Launchpad, so the modern way of Fiori Launchpad is called as a build work zone. If I go with a build work zone, so what are my actually major things with my how do I actually use the build work zone in the modern world? So those are all like all HTML5 based application. So if you go with that application, this will you will actually see if you develop any build work zone or build apps, all the applications will be listed over here in your HTML5 under HTML5 applications. Then you will have something called application frontend. This is a new feature. This is started seeing in your trial account starting from last week. So when you deploy an application, especially when you deploy any Fiori application, or when you deploy actually any kind, or when you deploy any new launch new application that is relevant to some business requirement. So in that case, if I want to see all the front-end based application, which is standalone application that is running as a service, I can see all this application here. So here this will bring me some different application. Example, like one of the best example is e-invoicing is one of the best example for this one. You'll see as a front-end application that is connected here. So then if I want to talk to any of my backend system, my backend system is completely two options. Like I have one is on-prem based backend system, another one is going to be a cloud-based backend system. So when SaaS services like your, especially build services, something like your work zone or actually your Fieri or your BPA need to talk, you need to create a destination. On this, in this destination, you will be creating one is like if it is on-premise, first and foremost thing, we'll configure a cloud connector. Once I configure the system in the cloud connector, then I should be able to use it as in my destination. So once my destinations are ready, I can consume that application. Then you have something called destination certificates. You can actually create a number of certificates with the destination. If you want to go with the certificate-based authentication, and if you want to establish a trust, then you can actually use a destination based on trust. Then in the securities, you will have multiple options. Example, you have first and foremost thing, whenever you are as a user, you will see your user ID over there. And actually, if you want to create a different types of user over there, we will see all those different types of user over there. And we have seen different role collections and what the trust configuration and everything as a holistically, we have seen different options. Okay, so now this class mostly going to be a kind of exercise. Okay, so I want to see if somebody is volunteering to share their screen. So, and also here actually we are going today's session, we are going to play around with multiple different things. Example, first and foremost thing, we will go with a trial account. Trial account will be almost all the issues of the trial account should be fixed now. But still, if you have some issues, let me know. I can help in that one. So what we are going to do, we are actually going to create a directory. Under directory, we are going to create two tenants. One tenant is for app development, another one is for integration services. So then, because since we are actually using a trial account, we have limited services. I'm going to show you how we can actually move different services from your default SAP created tenant to your different sub accounts. So that will really help you to understand how you can move your services from one tenant to another service. So I'm just wondering who is willing to volunteer, and we can start our full exercise session.
I can share.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I'm able to see your screen. All right. Perfect. You are into your trial account.
Yeah.
So this is perfect. So I think you created your account in the Singapore region, correct? Right, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So now what we are going to do, we are actually going to create a directory. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So first and foremost thing, to create a directory, what we are going to do, go to your create option on the top right. I would actually prefer everyone to follow the same steps. Create a directory.
We created in US.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. Okay. Yeah.
That's fine. It's nothing to worry.
So when we say like a directory, so it means it's a specific service, right? We are using the instance for a specific service.
So directory is nothing but actually, see, so now what is happening, all the services are put under your sub account. So under your global account, correct, right? But once you go with a directory model, you will have actually entitlement managed at the directory level, not at your sub account level. Example, SAP might push almost 100 services to me. But for my business, I am actually have a right authority to choose which service is needed for me, and I can pick and choose a lot of entitlement. That's what we are going to do one by one today. So now you create a directory, something called dev system, something like a dev system. Okay. So click on create, and you're choosing the parent. Your parent is, you're keeping your parent as your global account.
Okay, so this is a global account. Okay, and this will be created automatically when we start initially, when we get the license or something.
Yes,
B2P.
this will get. So first and foremost thing, whenever you create your whenever you work with SAP, so they will give you a global account with the tenant URL and the global account ID. So once you log in, and for the particular global account ID, they will assign you as an administrator, a global account administrator.
Okay. I'm still. I'll talk about my problem afterwards because I'm still having problems in trying to get into the trial account anyway. But I'll speak about that later on with the team.
Tony.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So only one thing what we will do, because since you created a Singapore, I'm not sure all the services will be available there. What we will do, let's go to trial account and see what are the entitlements are available in the trial account. You have something called trial sub account, right? Go to trial sub account.
Okay. Trial sub account.
You're in the trial sub account.
Yeah.
Go to your entitlements. You see something called entitlements. Yes, perfect. Yeah, almost out of 80 services, you have 78. So I'm not worried that much if you have all the services. Okay, let's see. You have something called integration already there. Just type integration suite there. Yeah, it is there. So you have both integration suite and master data everything. So integration suite is there, and SAP. Yeah, this is perfectly. It is perfect. Okay, now you just type something called build. Type as build. Yeah, you have already build, and actually you have build process automation, and you need something called build code and build apps. Okay, we will check that one whether it is available in this. It is not available in entitlement, but I want to see at the main directory. Okay, so then you just type as business application studio. Yeah, you have business application studio. Everything is perfect. So now if you just click on edit on your screen, you see something called edit.
Okay.
Add service plan. Click on add service plan. Build here. Type as build in the search bar. Hello. Type as build. Yeah. So this is okay. See, services build apps not available for this. Okay, so that means SAP build apps and build code, both of them are not available in your this region. So Singapore region might not have everything. Okay, that's the only thing I see. Can cancel this guy. So, even no worries. Okay, yeah. So anyway, we are not going to create anything in Singapore. So we are going to release everything as so. Just type a schema. I want to check whether schema is available in this one. Yeah, schema runtime is available. Yeah, perfect. No worries. So at least we have some environment, something is available, something is not available. Okay, so now cancel this guy. No, okay. So what we are going to do? Okay, even cancel that even assignment. Like so you edit whatever you just edited, right? I just cancel that one. Cancel that one. Okay, I see. Okay, so perfect. So now you come to your actually global account. Come to your global account. Yes. Okay. And under your global account, you have something called entitlements. Go to the entitlements. So we are going to do some activity. Before that activity,
I think.
sorry, I'm getting a delayed voice. So is it a problem from my side? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you properly, Adarsh.
Okay. I think it is a problem from Abhijit's side.
Yeah, I can hear you as well.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, Abhijit, can you expand entitlements?
Can you?
You can't put in the chat box for him to, if he can't hear you.
Everyone else are able to hear me. I think so. The problem from your side, some network glitch. Let's see now.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So now expand your entitlements.
Expand entitlements. Okay.
Yes. Go to your service agreement. So if you see here, actually, since we are using a trial account, we do not have a lot of leverage in services. Example, if you take an example of your API management, you take an example of API management, especially API portal, API management, developer portal, everything is a limited edition. Okay. And also you just type if integration suite, you will just have a limited quota assignment. Just if you type integration suite, SAP build, everything is a limited edition here. Okay, so now our plan is not to use SAP's way of sub account. Our plan is to use totally a different approach. How do I actually, because since we have seen in entire training, like how do I have a directory, under the directory, how do I have a different sub account model? So we are going with that approach of having a directory and sub account. And so once you create your trial account, what SAP will do, SAP will push all this entire sub account copy into your trial account. But since it's all the quota you are seeing one, you cannot actually divide, you cannot, even though if you create a sub account, you cannot use those services there. So first and foremost thing, what we are going to do, we are going to free up all the services from your SAP created sub account. Now we will create our own sub account. Okay, go to your global account one more time. Now go to your service agreement. Sorry, go inside your trial account. Go inside your trial account there. Say that one. Okay. Inside this one, what we are going to do now, if you come to your entitlements, go to entitlements back.
Yeah, can we change this region if it is suppose if it is services are not available? So,
Yeah.
or
Anyway, don't worry about this one. Anyway, I'm going to guide you to create a new sub account inside a directory. So we are first before we go with that approach, we'll release all the services what is assigned in this sub account so that you can freely use them. Click on it. Click on it. So this sub account we will use only for schema development. So other than schema development, we will not use the sub account. Everything related to Cloud Foundry will release from here. Okay, first and foremost thing, you need to type Cloud Foundry. Sorry, you need to type actually like integration suite, bypass integration suite. Okay, just put integration. That is fine. Integration. Yeah, delete that one. Integration. You delete that. You see action called delete icon. Delete that one.
this one.
Yes.
Okay.
And you are going to release actually process integration runtime also here. You release a process integration. Delete also. Delete both of them.
And
Process
two,
integration.
this one, right?
Yes.
SAP, right?
Yes, both of them. No.
Why it is showing so short here? It is showing so short. I cannot able to.
That's fine. No. Okay, save it. That's fine. Even continuous integration is fine. I'll see. Okay, that's fine. Save it. We'll add in the necessary services. Not worry about that one. Okay. Now, what do you see as API management, right? Like we will release that one also. So the idea what we are doing, since SAP has created a trial sub account for you, we are not going to create the same trial account. We are going to create our own sub account with all necessary services with the two distinctions. So that's our lab activity. So this lab activity help you to understand how the tenants are set up, how the services are actually managed well, and how you can actually set up a tenant for separate for integration services, and how you can actually set up a tenant for app development. That's what we are going to do. See.
Can I suggest one thing, please, if you don't mind?
Yes.
Can you please type down the steps 1, 2, 3, 4 once we have the account created? So because we are just going forth and back on the screen, so possibly I'm not getting it properly. What is the
if I
first?
type actually, okay. So first and foremost, because see, if I type the steps, it will become even complicated for everyone to understand.
Oh,
So
okay.
okay, even that's what actually like I want volunteers to share, because see, I'm just
Yeah.
telling them my basic idea. So my idea
Okay.
is I
Okay.
want you guys to create sub account, and I want you guys to manage a sub account by yourself. That's the intention here. So example, we'll see a lot of different exercises. But before I even go for that exercise, first you should know what are the services are, why the services are here actually. So if I
Okay.
go with the approach of app development, if I go with the approach of the next one is example, if I go with the approach of not only app development, if I go with completely with the approach of integration services, or if I go with the approach of analytics, so how do I manage different services into two different places? That's my main intention here.
Okay. Yeah. No, go ahead. Yeah.
Are you clear? I hope. Let me know if you are not able to see, because that's what actually like. So whenever you create your own trial account, what SAP will do? Just SAP will dump all the services inside your trial account. But so that trial account will not help us, like I would say, it will not help us in a full-fledged manner. Most likely it will not actually give a lot of things to us. It might actually create a lot of problem and everything. So that's a major thing you will see while you create a sub accounts and everything. So then what we are doing here, we are actually segregating that into two different parts. Example, I am actually segregating the sub accounts into two different parts. That's what we are doing here. So if you go with that approach, because your trial account has a limited quota, like you will, if a per user, they will give maximum one service quota. So before I go with the approach of creation of my sub account, I'm freeing up a lot of things here so that I can create everything. Okay, so now Abhijit just relieved the integrations related services from the default trial account what SAP created. And now he's going to release all the API management capabilities also here. So Abhijit, can you type us API management? Just type us API. Yeah, click on edit. Edit. Click on edit.
Sorry.
Edit. So you're relieving means you're actually, so you're deleting all this fun from this default trial account, and you're going to move these services to your own sub account, whichever we are going to create now. So delete all the services from here.
So normally when we get a new license, that time the trial will be available.
Whenever you get a license, you have to create it, because trial will always come with a different URL. Trial will not be under same URL. Okay, that's another one factor. So trial will not be put into the same URL, it will be into the different URL. Okay.
So it is always to delete the trial one and create a new one, is it?
So this is because our exercises are same. So just I want to, even you can start using the same thing, but when we go with the model of app development separate tenant and integration suite as separate tenant, you will well manage your tenant. So that's what I'm going to show you now. Okay. Any queries till this time? All right.
I have a question. Is it just applicable to trial or even with the company's account? Like they
Company's
will have
account also, they will also do the same thing. What they will do, most clients, they want to have a separate account for app development, separate account for integration, because each and everything is heavy. If it is heavy traffic on integration, it is always preferred to have two different Cloud Foundry instances to run their application very successfully.
But I couldn't still understand the benefit of deleting the services entitlements here, and what we are trying to do is reallocate to our own kind of directory or whatever you're
Correct.
saying.
So we are going to assign. So now, see, the SAP created sub account. So we are going to see different scenarios. So in this sub account, I will show you, because since already Cloud Foundry is enabled here, I cannot tell about schema development. Okay, this tenant I'm going to use for schema development. For Cloud Foundry enablement, I'm going to use a two different sub accounts. So because we have to cover multiple services, right? Multiple exercises. So trial is the right place to play around and find out the right option for us. That's the reason actually I'm deleting what is not necessary here, so that I will have my own model and I can actually easily cover a lot of different topics. Got my point?
So in a real-time scenario, also what you're saying is that you segregate the sub-accounts based on,
Yes.
you design that way. Okay.
They design that way actually.
And who
It
will do
depends on
that?
it's a business administrator. It will be a
Yeah,
business
yeah,
administrator.
yeah. But that's what I'm understanding from you, that you better segregate them so that you have good performance, right?
Good performance, and also you clearly understand what services are meant for what.
In
So
that sub account, these are my services. In this sub account, these are my
these are
services.
my
So
services. Yes.
okay, got
Yeah.
it.
I have a clear distinction. I will have a better picture on what is my throughput. I do not want to mix and match. So that's the thing. Like big customers, big client, like they will go with the segregation of their sub accounts. Like
So if you have more number of sub accounts, will that be more that you have to pay to SAP? No, right?
tenant cost, I would say like per day $1. Just put the
Oh,
tenant
I
cost.
see. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
That's
tenant cost is not like if you even use heavy on the cloud foundry also, maximum you will pay per day $5 or $6.
okay. Nice. Okay.
So that is not they do not actually charge much on the tenant cost at this point of time. They charge on the consumption of the
Yeah.
services.
Yeah.
So this activity of bucketing different services into separate directory is called tenant, you are saying, right? What is the technical
First,
term, actual technical?
it's called a sub account. So we are actually releasing the services, all the services. See, whenever you create an application, you can actually deploy the application into three different media. Example, you can create application and you can deploy into Cloud Foundry environment. And if you have your own environment, you can deploy into Kima environment. And my intention is to use only ABAP environment. I can deploy for ABAP environment. Okay, so these are the three things that you will be actually dealing with day in day out when you go with a customer. So now, since we have to cover all the instances, right? Example, SAP created trial account I can use for Kima environment, but I want to use Cloud Foundry environment for other services. I will use Cloud Foundry environment in other services. So why I am doing this exercise first and foremost? Since so if you're having a global account, in global account you will have a number of quota. Example, integration suite itself you will have almost by plan you will have 10 or 12 quotas. Since it's a trial is limited for one user, we are releasing the services from here so that we are actually going to move everything to the different sub accounts.
Okay,
But
got it.
you are using tenant and sub account interchangeably. So is there a difference in the terminology? Tenant and sub account are same
Sub
or
account are one and the same.
one
So
and the same? Okay.
one and the
Okay.
same.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
So then Abhijit type next as something called Cloud Foundry. So before even we go to Cloud Foundry, let's do one thing. So you type something called what we are going to do. Now we are going to just type as SAP build. Click on edit. Click on edit. Yeah, delete everything
Should I
from
delete
here.
all four?
Yes, all four. Save this guy. So this is perfect. Now what we will do, so we for app development, we need all build related services and also we need business applications. So now what we are going to do, so we are going to relieve business application studio from our subscription. For that one, can you go to instance and subscription on the left side? And here, actually, I'll see whenever you create a tenant with SAP with a trial account, by default, it's subscribed to your own business application studio. So business application studio is tied to your build related, like app development related service. And since we are going to create a sub account for that one, we relieve everything from here. So you can relieve just you see a three dots after subscribe, click on the three dots.
After subscribe, three dot. This one.
Yes. Click on delete. Delete this one. So now you go to your overview page, the first and foremost thing. Okay. So by default, SAP has enabled us Cloud Foundry environment. Okay, so Cloud Foundry environment, especially the 4 gig of memory is needed for my app development, which comes up with HANA Studio and everything. So what I can do, I can actually disable Cloud Foundry here and I can enable in my app development support. Just give disable Cloud Foundry. Okay, perfect. So now come back to entitlements one more time. Now type as Cloud Foundry. Since we actually removed that services, now we need to relieve from here in our entitlement. So entitlement is the one which manages what service I can use, what I cannot use. So if I want to add a service, I need to add an entitlement. If I don't want to use a service, I can relieve from here. Release both of them. Click on edit. Save. Then you type as Business Application Studio. Once it is saved, type as Business Application Studio. Yeah. Click on edit. Once it is saved, we'll edit and we'll read this. Yeah. Release this one.
Okay.
Save this guy. Okay. Additionally, we will type something called SAP HANA Cloud.
SAP
Release
Cloud.
everything. Yeah, SAP HANA Cloud. Yeah. Even actually type HANA Cloud. Click on edit. Remove a cloud, just even because even schemas, everything will relieve from here. Yeah. Everything, just whatever you see related to HANA, remove. You see, everything is limited unit. We will consume it whenever it is needed. Perfect. See. Just Abhijit, just give me 1 second. Let me share my screen. I'll explain the concept, then actually we'll go with that creation of the sub account, free creation of sub account. Now, if you see, if you go to, I hope you are able to see my screen. Now, what we are going to do. So Abhijit has already created a directory called dev, and we are going to create one sub account for app development automation and one service for integration suite. So since we're not going to use on both the services. So what we are in both the services, right? Our exercises are something like, so this both services use Cloud Foundry based. So whenever you create a sub account, you will see by default SAP created trial sub account. that one we are not going to use. We are going to, with our own approach, we are creating a directory. Under the directory, I'll have one app for app development and automation. Another one I'm going to have for integration service. And I'm going to use Cloud Foundry environment in that one. So that's what our approach is. Okay. So now you will this is for your this one, like, and you will have another sub accounts outside of your directory. That is nothing but your trial sub account. So let me color code this one in a different one. Let me call this as a trial sub account, or actually I can use a different color. Yeah. So this is a default sub account that SAP created. And this sub account we are going to use only for any kind of a schema based development. Schema means like I'll show you how to create an app instance with your own Dockers and everything. So that is exercise we'll do. This is purely for schema.
Yeah. Can you see?
So now I'm able to see everything. So since we relieved everything, we are good here. Now you can actually go to your global account. Okay. And we have to disable something also. Better actually we'll disable that one also here. So go to your trial account. I'll just disable only one thing. So what we will do, some services, something called actually your SAP build, the app development services. Now SAP has changed the authentication mechanism. Go to entitlements one more time. So they changed the authentication mechanism from SAP default identity provider to IaaS based authentication. So for IaaS based authentication, you need a cloud identity service. Just put identity. Yeah, relieve this cloud identity service. Delete. Click on it. Delete this guy too. And even you need to relieve authentication service, because in your app development you might be creating a lot of applications that requires XSUA authentication. So I'll talk about the XSUA authentication when we are going to do a application. Let's see if it is something authentication. Just type as XSUA, otherwise something is coming up. XSUA. Yeah. Let's actually just put as AUTH. AUTH. Perfect. Let's relieve everything from here. If needed, we'll add it. So now we are set everything. Let's give a minute to save. Then we'll go to that. I hope everyone are able to follow the steps. So let me know if you have any queries anytime. Just ping me. I can actually help you.
Adesh, I don't see the directory option on my screen. Maybe I missed out some step. Could you help me with that?
Oh, directory. Okay. Can you share your screen?
Can you see my screen?
Yes. I'm able to see your screen.
So I did not see that directory which I saw in Abhijit's screen.
Okay. So now, So now you need to create a directory. Click on create.
Directory?
Yes. Yeah. Click on directory. Put as app development. Dev systems. Sorry. Just give us dev system, dev dash systems.
Okay.
Perfect. So now we created, and you are creating under your own trial account. Click on
Shall I
create.
click on create?
Yes, go ahead and create.
That's it.
That's it. Yes, it's created. Now what we I think I'll proceed to the next step. So now, did you release all the services whatever we just did in the trial account?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So just ask Avijit to share. You just follow the same. What we are going to do, whatever we relieved there, we are going to assign to this directory now, and
Sure.
we will
Okay.
pick relevant services for relevant sub account.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you are inside dev systems. Go in, click on the dev systems.
Dev system. Okay.
Yeah. I think so. Click on entitlements on the left side. Click on enable entitlement management. Perfect. Yes. Now click on edit. So now you see your dev system is your directory. At the directory level, you are going to add the necessary service. Yeah. Add the service planners. You need to add us SAP. Just type as integration. Let's add everything here. Only integration. Yeah. Select that integration suite related one. Add to this trial account. Add to this. Select that one on the right side. Available plans trial. And so select that one. No, so select that one.
This one?
Yes. Select the checkbox. Yeah. Now click on master data integration.
Master data integration. Okay.
Yeah, select that one too. And you select another one, process integration that time also. Select both integration flow and API. Okay. So one second. We are not tight over. Now type as API instead of integration. Type as API to search. Okay. Yeah. Now select that API management API portal. Yeah. Select everything. Perfect. So then come to next one, API management developer portal. Select that one too. Select SAP graph. I hope that is also released there. Yeah. Select this one too. Okay. So now select authorization and trust management service. Select everything from here. Okay. Now what we are going to do, the next step, type as build. Select build apps, build code, everything. Build apps, select build apps, select the plan, select build code. See, 1 second, I tell you because why build apps and build code was not showing to you, because click on available regions. Click on available region. This is available only in US East Virginia. This is not available in Singapore zone. That's what you don't see that one. So it is always because US East Virginia is well managed. In case of trial, we should use, whenever we create a sub account, we should choose only US East Virginia. That has lot of control, lot of services enabled. Okay. So
Okay.
then now you actually select SAP Build Process Automation.
So at what time you can change this one?
We are going to create a new sub account. Don't worry. So whatever sub account you created, it's not going to impact us.
Okay.
Perfect. So now you click on actually SAP build workzone. So click on SAP build. No, next one. You already created everything. Just click on a build workzone. The next one.
SAP build one.
Build work zone is standard edition. No, the next one. After build process automation is here. Yes. Select everything. Perfect. Now, see, till now we have added 20 services. What we will do for safer side, we'll just add 20 services, then we'll add later on. Just click on add service plan. Yeah, click on save. Let's save it also, not to lose anything here. I hope everyone are able to follow the same thing. Let me know if you're stuck anywhere. Just I want to keep track of everyone. So Kavita, are you able to follow the same thing like Ravi, everyone?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
You're recording this anyway. It's all recorded.
Yes. Yep.
So others, maybe do you have the same kind of menu for both Singapore and the US, or it is slightly different?
It is slightly different because Singapore region do not have multiple services enabled. Because if you create any sub account in trial by default, you will see 87 entitlements. Okay, that's the default one. But when you create in Singapore, you'll see only 78. So that means I would say 9 to 10 services are missed out in Singapore region and compared to US.
Okay.
Would that apply to UK as well? Would that apply to UK?
So when you have a standard plan, I will actually check in the UK region based sub account. So in general, Tony, UK, we do not have any sub account. I do not see any tenant creator or any data center creator from SAP on UK. So see, there are two kind of a sub account when it comes to Europe region. It is treated 0. Trial will go to Europe rot always, okay, and all your global account will go to Europe Frankfurt. Frankfurt is a region that controls all the sub accounts. So like even then US, you will get all the features in Frankfurt region. Let's take an example. US, 87. US will have almost 100 plus. So Frankfurt will have 100 plus.
Okay, I'll speak to I'll try and speak to the team afterwards to see if I can get a account in Frankfurt if possible. Yeah. Okay.
Click on edit one more time.
Others, when you're done with this, I would like to share my screen, please. Thank you.
Sure, please. Yeah. Click on add service plans. So now we have added something. Example, we added integration suite, everything, build everything. We need to add only limited information. So we are going to add now something called business application studio. Type as business application studio. Yep, perfect. Choose the second one. Yep. Choose and then one second, like before we add that one, we will add another service, something called cloud identity. Just type as cloud or identity. Yeah, so add this service too. And then we are going to do a lot of Cloud Foundry based environment here. Just type as Cloud Foundry. Cloud Foundry environment. Choose Cloud Foundry environment. Select the plan and your Cloud Foundry runtime. Perfect. So we are selecting both the memories. Now you come to another one called, so we selected cloud. Now we have to select, just type as HANA, SAP HANA. Perfect. Now you select whatever related to HANA here. And even HANA's HTA content. And go to the HT container trial. Yes, secure store. Perfect. So now last time we added 20, now we are adding 15. So totally we are adding 35 services to this directory. We are not consuming everything. We are taking one step at a time. We are just adding whatever it is needed for us to kickstart our development in terms of both integration as well as application development and automation. Give us add service plan. add 15 service plan. Yeah, let's save it. Yeah, Ravi. So share your screen. Let's see what is the query.
I mean, I'm in the very first step where I'm creating a dev, but I have a few questions there. Let me share my screen. I clicked on it, but can you see anything from my side?
It's coming up. Yes, I'm able to see your screen.
Okay, so these looks the same, right, for Singapore or US. This is what I created in US, basically, my trial
Correct.
account.
So see,
Right.
your look and feel won't change. Only if you go to your trial account, go inside your trial account.
Trial here, trial home.
Yeah, yes. So here you will see 87 entitlement by default.
Okay.
But if you create something in Singapore, you will see only 78.
Okay, that's what you meant.
Yes. You don't see a difference in any look and feel. You will see only difference in service enablement, because some services not pushed into multiple data centers, multiple region.
Okay.
So example, I'll tell a factor, because it's managed by, we talked about it. This is SAP collaborating with Cloud Foundry. And Cloud Foundry's job is to work with multiple vendors. So here in US East, you see the vendor as AWS. Whenever you create something in Singapore, it's going to be Azure based. It depends on the provider, as well as that provider should support the same thing in that particular region. That's how it varies.
Okay, as a US customer, I will have to go through this only, right? I don't think they are good.
I would actually ask you more questions rather. Okay, so first and foremost thing, I want to understand your enterprise strategy. Are you guys want to go with AWS, Azure, or GCP? And if you are actually located in US East, West, Central, anything, and we need to check whether if my S4 is in US East or my S4 is in US West, or some customer, they might be running just a corporate office in US and they might have everything in Europe. So the idea of BTP is you should have your BTP also closer to your S4 private cloud or S4 public cloud. So in that case, because you are going to talk, or your this SVP entire landscape is meant for to have an integrated connection. If I keep decentralized system and I'm going to have too much latency in that traffic, then you will see a lot of performance issues, you will see a lot of security threats and everything. To avoid everything, I want to keep everything closer so that I will have a bundled or integrated system.
When I'm on-prem, again.
So your on-prem example, you will have on-prem, you might be on ECC system, you have a single data center, your ECC, PIPO, and relevant like BW system, everything will be on the same data center. So that's the intention, right? Like the same concept. So now instead of company managed data center, it is now managed by different service providers like AWS, Azure, or GCP. And each and every company will choose it. Let's take an example. My company is located on US East. I'll actually talk to AWS. I want to see my enterprise strategy is to go with AWS. Who is giving cheaper? People go with that one with security factor and everything. AWS is bestly work for the enterprise. They'll go with AWS and they'll dump everything into AWS. And they will also work with SAP. Since my private zone is into AWS, my entire DMC is created in AWS on US East. I want SAP BTP and my SAP, if I'm a public cloud customer, and my public cloud edition also I want in the US East. I don't want anywhere else, because all my ecosystem are integrated there. I just want to dump everything there.
Okay. So
this is how actually.
Okay. So one other question I had is, while creating the directory, I see an advanced options here, right? So enable entitlement management. What are these?
Yeah, that's what actually, you can do the same way. So what we are doing in general. So whenever you're creating a directory, I am telling I want to do my entitlement on my own. So instead of actually SAP manage entitlement, I want to manage the entitlement on my own. If you select that option, you will be able to do the entitlement. And also, I want to manage the users on the particular directory. Then you have to choose enable user management. You can select that option. So just give dev systems and you can choose the same thing. Enable entitlement management and enable user management.
So if you don't select this, the dev directory that you are creating for your own organization is managed by SAP?
No, SAP will push a lot of things again, like you have to work with SAP and ask them to push it. But actually, they give a second option. If you come into the directory and they will ask for enable entitlement. So that's what we did in the Abhijit screen, right? Like I know this option is available. So since even though if it is not available, I came to that place and enabled.
Understood. Okay. So you, after creating the directory inside, you're gone and again enabled this.
Enabled. Yes.
Oh, I see. I didn't see that. Okay, thank you. Okay.
All right. Any other queries?
No. So that's one. Once my directory is done, what is my next step?
Now we are going to create two sub. One is for app development, another and automation. Another one is for integration services.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So now go to your global account one more time. So now here you cannot create any sub account here inside your directory. You have to create everything by selecting your parent from your global account. Click on create. Click create on the top.
Sub account, right?
Yes, sub account.
Sub account, right?
Sub account. Yes, sub account.
Yeah.
So now create as app development. Okay, development and automation. And we are going to select the region as now US East. The first and foremost thing, and it is managed by AWS vendor. Okay, and here we are going to actually create a parent. The parent we are going to select as, click on the parent. We are going to create the parent. We are going to create under the directory. We have to choose as parent as dev system. Yeah, select that one. Now click on create. Perfect. It's now getting created.
So the app development sub account is created in US, is it?
Yes.
So is it that by default SAP pushes there?
No, so now we selected the region as US, right?
Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you. I didn't see.
So now this is created now. Let's click on create one more time. Click on create. And now let's click on create sub account. And in the sub account, what we will do, we'll put as integration services. And the region again, you're going to choose as US East. And parent, you're going to choose as dev system. Right. Select this guy. Click on create. Perfect. This is perfect now. Now let's actually set up app development sub account. Okay. For that one, let's get inside a sub account. So by default, even though we selected 35 services, I'm not sure all 35 services will SAP push here. Now we need to add the services one by one into our entitlement. First, we will check what are default it is available. Something is not available, we'll add it, because I see here entitlements only 19. We added even 35, only 19 came here. We'll see what is missing and we'll add accordingly. Click on that one. Click on entitlements. Okay. So first and foremost thing, to run an application, example, I want to run application, I need actually Cloud Foundry runtime as well as Cloud Foundry environment. So can you type as in the search bar, just type as Cloud Foundry runtime. Type as Cloud Foundry, we'll see what will come. Space Foundry. So now what you see, I see only Cloud Foundry environment, but I do not have any memory runtime here. So let's add that memory runtime. Click on edit. Click on add service plan. And type as Cloud Foundry. Then you choose as runtime. Yeah, select that memory. And go to your Cloud Foundry environment one more time. Cloud Foundry environment. Yeah, it is already selected. Click on add service plan. Okay. So that means only one unit is available, another 4 units are not available. Perfect. Save it one more time because it did not bring all of them. Okay, I got what is the problem. To fix the problem, what we will do, because see, you sub account you have only, let's take an example, I want 4 gig of memory. I cannot use 4 gig of memory here. Okay, so we will go to the directory level now. Okay, so before that, what we will do, we will try one thing. Go to your overview page. Now go to Cloud Foundry environment. Click on enable Cloud Foundry there. Let's see if I enable Cloud Foundry, how much GB of space it is. This is perfect. Click on create. Click on create. Yeah, 1 gig of memory. It got created here. But I want actually 4 gig of memory. So with 1 gig, I cannot do anything. At least I need 2 gig of memory. So we will add 2 gig by actually at the cloud folder. Let's do one more step for that one. Okay. So now can we come to our global account one more time? In the global account, if you go inside the global account, go to service assignment on the left side. Under entitlements, you see something called service assignments, right? Click on service assignments. Type as Cloud Foundry. Ideally, you see we have 4 gig of memory. Out of 4, we have used only one. Only one, and also we are able to add only one. Now we will see where 3 are missing. Go to your global account level. Click on that B0 trial. Now come inside your dev system. That means something is missing in the dev system. Click on dev system. Go to your entity assignments. You see on the left side there is something called entity assignments. Perfect. Now you select the directory and sub account. Just select the directory and sub account. Yeah, select your directory, dev system. Select that one. No. Only directory. Not only directory at this point of time. So unselect the first one. Select it. Click on select. Okay. Now type as Cloud Foundry runtime here. In the search icon, just type as Cloud Foundry runtime. Yeah. See here you enabled actually 1 unit assigned already. Remaining 3 units are available, but you are not able to use all 3 units. Click on edit. Okay. Increase the quota 2 here and 2 here. Just increase one more, one plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 there, another plus 1 here. Perfect. Save it. No. You're good. You're good. You're good. Save it. So what we are going to do, we are going to use 2 gig for app development and 2 gig for integration service. Yeah. Now again, go to your global account. Okay. Now go to your app development. App development sub account. App development sub account. So you see under app development automation sub account where we are just. Okay. Now come to Cloud Foundry environment. So since I cannot add memory dynamically, so like even though I click on manage environment, just click on manage environment instance. If it is bringing something. Just it is help us to add the instance. It will not bring me to add the quota. Okay. So even I don't have an option to enable it or increase the memory from here. What I will do, go to your overview page one more time. Go to overview page. Okay, so now go to entitlements one more time. Under entitlements, now come to entitlements on the left side. Type as Cloud Foundry runtime. Click on edit. Click on edit. Add one more unit. Give +1. You see +1 there? Yeah, add +1. Now save it. Okay. Now you go to your actually overview page. Or go to your app. Go inside sub account. Everything we are going to play inside the sub account. We are going to set up Cloud Foundry tenant today. App development tenant. If time permits, we'll do for integration suite. First, we'll target to set up for app development sub account. Go to app development sub account. Okay.
Just sorry that I was not able to log in only. I don't know what was the issue. So in the video, all this would be there.
So you're not able to log in?
Yeah, just now I was able to log. Before this, I was not able to log in. It showed me contact your support.
Okay, can you share your screen? Let's see. Yeah, so I think we are not able to enable here. Just only one step I'll tell you. Disable the Cloud Foundry environment here. So just one time, just disable it.
This one?
Yes. Yeah, perfect. That's fine. It can delete and we can recreate it. Because I don't have an option to, from 1 gig, I cannot increase to 2 gig. So that's a problem. Like
what we did, we only created a trial account, and what steps we forwarded.
So what we did actually, we created a trial account. So whenever you create a trial account, SAP will push all the services to the particular trial account. So to understand better about sub account management, better about actually quota management inside a trial account, that's a exercise lab activity. And for that one, we created a directory. Under the directory, we created one sub account for app development automation, another sub account for integration suite. So this is how we are going to practice all our things here. And also we have kept the SAP
Okay,
created
done.
sub
I'll
account.
go to the videos because I will not understand this way. I'll go to the videos.
Sure. All right. Yeah.
There is nothing I think down.
Okay, just put as ext1, org name as ext1. Org name as ext1.
It's org name.
You have ext1 at last. Just after ext put as one.
This is one, right?
Yeah, given a space, don't give any space.
Okay.
I think, can you move your thing to the bottom bit, actually?
Mm,
You don't see a crowdfunding video.
I think, yeah, you cannot see anything. Is it required to edit something? Because even that create tab is not also enabled.
Okay, so cancel it one more time. Let's log out and log in. Log out of your tenant.
Okay, log out means from here.
Yes.
Sign out.
From when we are getting the instance name and the org name?
While you create your actually Cloud Foundry environment, you'll get your basically you'll get your org name and instance name. So go inside app development one more time. Let's see. Click on Cloud Foundry. You are good. Everything you are good actually. So click on Cloud Foundry. There we will see. We should enable this environment now. Yeah, you are not currently having. Click on this one now. This should allow me to create something. Yeah, click on create. Because it did not tell it properly, that's all. Now you got 2 gig of memory here. Perfect.
So how it is increased?
I'll tell you because you only did actually. I'll tell you how you did actually. So click on create space. Create space. Give us a dev. Just give underscore app development. Perfect. Click on create. Give all the roles. Don't give any space. We should not. It's because it's all like camel case everywhere. Don't give space. And give space auditor. Click on create. Okay. So now how the space got increased, right? Like if you go to your entitlements, before even you come to entitlements, you go to your actually to your global account one more time. Click on that global account. So what we did, click on the directory. Directory. Directory is always a dev system is a directory. You see, dev system. Okay, so now what you did, go to your entity assignments. Click on the sub account directories. Click on dev system. Select that one. Select. Click on select. Yeah. Here, if you come here, you in the search bar, you see something. The search type as Cloud Foundry runtime. Yeah. See, by default runtime it has 2 memories. Plan you see as you have to see Cloud Foundry runtime as a service name, and application runtime is a service technical name, and memory for the global account level, they given 4 units totally. Okay, 2 units and 2 units each. So initially it was 3 units. What we did now, we split into 2 units. So one for 2 units for application development and automation. Another one we are going to use for actually integration service. We split it into 2 units. That's what we increase the units here.
I'm sorry. How will we take 2 units in the memory? How it is considered in? Is it considered in GB?
Yes,
Is it considered
it's always in GB. Always GB. So there is an information icon, right? Click on the information icon. On the memory, you see information icon. Okay. It gives
memory? You have a I. Yeah.
Yeah. Provisioning, it's always in GB. Or
But
to start
1 unit is how much GB?
1 unit is nothing but 1 gig. If you are putting 2 units, that means
1 gig. Okay.
it is 2 gig.
So it is 2 gig.
Yeah, 2 gig. So that's what actually, like, now to run your application development related services, you need a memory. So first and foremost thing, we have to enable Cloud Foundry runtime service. That's what we enabled the Cloud Foundry and Cloud Foundry runtime service.
In total, we had 4 gig, right?
Correct.
And the 2 lines here is one is for app dev and another one is for integration.
Correct.
So we split the 4 into 2 into each of them. But why don't we still see under remaining global quota, there are still 2 units for each of them? Does it mean?
See, this is at the directory level. But if you come at your sub account level, you consumed only 2 at this point of time. You did not consume the 2, right? So once you create another 2, it will come as 0, 0. You got my point?
I'm not getting. So,
see,
like,
in total,
out of the 4,
out of 4, you consumed now 2. So that means we created 2. So that means we used only 2, right? We did not use another 2.
2 for app dev and 2 for integration, right? Didn't we consume the 4 already?
No, practically you created only 1 sub account. You are setting up only sub account at this point of time. Correct, right? I did not go to integration service. I did not do that assignment part and everything there. Once I assign that one, it will come as 0. Remaining global quota will come as 0. Even I can show that one also. So now, go to your global account one more time. Just to avoid this confusion, let's set that also Cloud Foundry there. It is not going to harm anything. Go to integration services. Sub account as integration services. So now come to your entity entitlements.
Entity entitlements.
Sorry, entitlements. So here there is entity assignments. Go to entitlements. Okay, now type as Cloud Foundry runtime. In a search bar, type as Cloud Foundry runtime. Okay, it is not there. Click on edit. Okay, add service plan. Put as Cloud Foundry runtime there. Choose Cloud Foundry runtime. Okay, so it is okay. It is actually stopping you to do this one. So you have already assigned all available quota for this in your order to purchase a service plan, purchase more quota or remove quota from the other sub account. Okay, so app runtime. Okay, go to a Cloud Foundry environment one more time. Okay, so no problem. What we will do, cancel this guy. Yeah, so even SAP is stopping us there. Cancel that guy one more time. I want to technically split, but actually it is not allowing us to split because of trial limitation. Now go to your global account one more time. Yeah, Vandana, I see your hands raised.
I wanted to know what is the runtime role over here, because we are giving units in GB, but runtime is something which the application runs, right?
See, to what is the use of HANA then? HANA, actually, there is no concept of memory separate and actually your RAM separate, right? HANA is always in memory. So your runtime also needs a memory and RAM. So that's what actually Cloud Foundry runtime, the whatever memory you allocate, it'll sit on the runtime side. So by default, SAP background uses database for your runtime. And since it is HANA, it's actually a in-memory database. So that's how we are seeing everything here in memory.
So what is the role of this runtime? Because when you say HANA database, I have a CPI which also has a runtime, which would be working with BTP also. So there we have 60 seconds.
See, let's take an example, your CPI only. Your CPI is going to have you're going to have Apache Camel as its runtime. Okay. So now Apache Camel runtime should be provisioned in an environment. Correct, right? So that environment is going to be, so example, Apache Camel cannot run by its own, right? You need a container. That container is nothing but your Cloud Foundry environment or runtime. So that environment brings a multiple runtime instance. In that one runtime is going to be your Camel engine, another one is going to be your Apache Tomcat, this plain Tomcat, or it can be Apache Tomcat. Another one it can bring multiple different runtime responsibilities to bring n number of app instances to run the application or run the services. Is it clear now? Now let's go to dev systems.
Can I share my screen for a minute? Maybe after he is done. I disable the Cloud Foundry environment, but it is still, the deletion is happening for past 10 minutes. I refresh the page, logged out and logged in, nothing is seem to be working.
Okay, let's see that one too. So go to your entity assignment one more time. Let's see there. Why the quota, even though we have split off quota at the directory level, I'm not able to consume the quota in an equal way. So, okay, what you can do now, select actually your sub account now. Select your app development integration service. So select app development, both the sub account. Both. Yeah. Click on select. Yeah. So click on actually Cloud Foundry. On the bottom, on the top, you click on edit one more time. Click on edit one more time. Click on add service plan. These are two different sub accounts. Okay, just type as runtime here. Cloud Foundry runtime. Click on that one. See, by default, you selected this one. This is perfectly fine. Cancel this guy. That means your SAP is forcing us to use in one tenant all 4 gig. Okay. So now cancel that one on the top. If it is a case, then okay. So now select your directory also in your sub account. What is directory also in sub account? Select the directory also. No, you selected no. One second. In the same thing, you selected 2 sub accounts, right? Select the directory also.
Select directory.
You see F4 help on the top, direct sub accounts or directories.
This one?
Yes, you got it. You are correct. Yes. Click on dev system one more time. I want to equally divide, but actually it is not happening. Select it. See your dev system. If you see your dev system, right? If you scroll down a bit, type as Cloud Foundry runtime in the search icon. So in the search icon, type as Cloud Foundry runtime. No, Cloud Foundry runtime, space runtime. Yeah, two units you have at the directory level. So that means I should be able to consume the next 2 level of unit in my next sub account. Can you scroll down a bit? the type full runtime. Space runtime also you give. Yeah, come to your actually the integration services sub account. No, leave about this one. Come to integration services sub account. No. You have to scroll down. You scroll down your screen. So everything in the same page now.
Okay.
Scroll down. Yeah, now you give your integration. So Cloud Foundry runtime. Give Cloud Foundry. Type Cloud Foundry runtime. No, type in the search bar. Okay. So now click on edit. Click on edit there. Add service plan. Click on Cloud Foundry runtime here. Search. I think if I create in another location, I might use. Click on runtime. So I see what is the limitation they have. So that means if I create this one in another region, I might be able to use that one. At the direct global account level, they have given that restriction, but my purpose is not like that. Okay, no worries. Cancel this guy. Okay, let's use for app development only all four thing because
Can you
cancel this.
explain like what is happening here in the screen? In the screen, we have dev system and integration service app development, right? For this cloud foundry environment, starting from dev system, can you say what is the challenge that we are facing here?
You have split out, yeah, 2 units you have split it. Logically, you split the 2 units, correct, right? Like we have one unit created for app development, another unit created for this one, correct, right? So what SAP is stopping us, right? So SAP is stopping us to consume all 4 units in the same region. Example, I created a sub account, app development and automation sub account in my actually it's in Singapore. It's in actually US East on AWS. Okay, and if I try to use another same 2 units of sub account, it is stopping me to create that one. So that's what actually like you cannot able to select the same thing in the same region. That's problem we have. To solve the problem.
Okay, I have the same region for all the environments. In my case, it's AWS. And I'm also facing the same problem at my end.
Everyone will face the same problem because what SAP is telling, don't try to create the runtime in the same thing you try to create in the different region. If I create integration services in another region, I should be able to use this one. Actually, app development, it's a one, it need lot of services. Already we created in US East. I think we should be able to create the integration service in another one. So Abhijit, what we will do, earlier they used to allow us almost 1 month back. Now they changed some rules. Okay. Because of trial, we have a lot of limitations. Always. Click on global account one more time. I will see like how to delete a sub account. Let's delete the sub account and let's go inside integration services one more time. Select your global account one more time. Select your global account one more time. Scroll towards right. You see a big thing, right? Scroll towards right. Okay, so select the 3 dots. No. On your integration services, select the 3 dots. On the integration services, select the 3 dots. Delete. Click on delete. Let's actually create in Singapore region. It's not going to harm us. Just give us 1 minute. Yeah, perfect. Now click on create sub account. This time you give integration services. Region you select as Azure, the last one. And that choose a parent, dev system. Select this one. Now you expand the advanced mode. Just will enable beta features also. Just put enable beta features. Click on create. Click on create. Click on create.
It is created.
Perfect. Now go into sub account.
Sub account.
Go inside that integration services sub account. Okay. Now come to your entitlements. Now go to Cloud Foundry. Click on edit. Edit. Type as Cloud Foundry. Click on add service plan. So now, Abhijit, we have to add that service plan. That's it. Like we are going to add that meaning. Put as Cloud Foundry runtime. Choose around runtime. Yeah, you see. So they are not actually allowing us in the same sub account, same region. They are allowing us in another sub region. Click on add service plan one. Increase the unit from 1 to 2. Save it. Now you come to overview. Let's get saved and we'll come to overview. Yeah, click on Cloud Foundry environment. Click on Cloud Foundry environment. Choose enable Cloud Foundry environment. Perfect. Click on create. Click on create. Yeah, let's wait. Yeah, see now the 2 gig came here. Since we changed that region, because SAP is, since it's a trial, we are seeing a lot of limitation. But ideally, in your actual thing, like whenever you set up your own accounts and everything, I don't see this issue will come anytime. We'll create the space also. Create a space. Now click on create a space. Put as dev dash integration development. Yeah, or you put as integration services instead of integration development, or just put as integration services. Perfect. Click on select everything. Click on create. Yeah. So now you go to your global account one more time. Go inside a dev systems, your directory called dev systems. The system. Now, if you come to your entity assignment, type as Cloud Foundry, select the directory Cloud Foundry runtime. Yeah, select your directory, dev system directory. Select. Type as dev system. Sorry, my bad. Select as Cloud Foundry runtime. Cloud Foundry runtime. Yeah, you see, still it is saying 2 quotas. We even consumed everything. I'm not sure why. Remaining global account quota 2. I think it is not getting refreshed. Probably it takes some time to get refreshed. But actually, if you go, you select your actual sub account. Go to your select all three.
All three.
All three. Yes. Select all three. Yeah. Select. Now click on, scroll down. I think it is taking time to refresh. Let's leave that one at the directory level. So scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Go to the app development sub account. Scroll down. Yeah, here you just type as, you see here the remaining parent quota 0 in it. Already it is given me an option. Cloud Foundry runtime, application runtime. I see this entirely, already it is 0 unit is available. And even if I type the same thing, no, just type as runtime, you should be able to see. This is your runtime. Already 2 units are assigned, 2 units are consumed. You type the same thing on integration services, runtime. I see it has also the remaining parent quota is 0. It's at the sub account level, it is reflecting perfectly, but at the directory level, it is having some kind of refresh issue. It might be resolved auto. Okay, so now I think you are able to delete your sub account from your single USE stage. Because why we did this approach? Because SAP is not allowing us to consume or split between 2 to each. To avoid that factor, we are actually created another sub account here. I believe you are not able to do this approach, but if you are stuck, let me know. So now what we will do, we'll go to the global account. At least we'll enable some services in the sub account. Go to app development sub account. Okay, so now come to your entitlements. Let's see what our services are already available. Type as Business Application Studio in the search. It is not there. Click on edit. Click on edit. Click on add service plan. Now you type as Business Application Studio. Yes. Select this one. Trial plan. Perfect. Now you type similarly. One second. We are not done. Type similarly SAP build. SAP space build. Select all build related services. First select build apps. Select free application. Now next select build code. Select free application. Then process automation and work zone. Okay. Now apart from this build, you would select SAP HANA Cloud. Yeah. Select SAP HANA Cloud. Everything one by one. This one also. Yes, another one secure store. Then you will go to SAP HANA schema, trial, secure store. Yeah, add this 16 services here. This is the service you need for app development. Let's save it. Okay. So now this is perfectly, we are at the right moment now. Let's go to service marketplace. Let's get saved first.
Adarsh, I have a question. Didn't we add the service plans already to the account, sub account app dev?
We added at the directory level. Now we are actually adding at the sub account level. So directory level will not bring all those. We added only at the directory level, not at the sub account level. We remember at the directory level dev system we added. We do not add at the sub account.
Okay. But we have to do that for every app sub account, right?
So this is only for app development sub account we are going to do it. But I'm not going to add integration related services here. Integration related services I'll add only the integration, like integration suite.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Now the service marketplace. Let's actually go to Business Application Studio. Let's subscribe that service. Type as Business Application Studio. Yeah. Click on the three dots. Click on create. Then click on create here. Create. The plan is trial plan. We are going to create a business application, subscribe to the service. Okay, so now to start with our any kind of application development, we need a development environment that is nothing but your business application. IDE tool is nothing but a business application studio. Now we have other services like build apps, build code, and also your work zone and everything. So these services needed actually separate IaaS to our sub account. So click on view subscription now. Let's see whether it is subscribed or not. Click on view subscription. At least one services is created under the Cloud Foundry environment. Perfectly, it is fine now. So now, as I mentioned, actually, we need to subscribe to other services. But for other services, we need actually trust enablement with the IaaS. To do the trust enablement, first let's see what are the trust enablements are already present in our existing sub account. We'll come to our security. Go to security on the left side. Go to trust configuration. This is I have only default trust identities provider. I do not have any other identity provider. Okay. So now I need to bring IaaS because IaaS is meant for actually if I want to do a single set because we are going to develop your app, we are going to develop a lot of process automation tools and everything. So that requires a lot of SAML association integrated with my cockpit. To do that one, IA is a preferred tool. IA is nothing but identity authentication service. So to bring identity authentication service, we need to enable some more service in our entitlement. Can you go to entitlement one more time? Entitlement. Click on edit. Click on add service plan. Or click on edit and add service plan. Type as identity. Yeah. So type cloud identity services. Select default application, the second one. This helps us to bring our, and also you type next is as authentication. So now we are going to develop a lot of app there, and that app needs a authentication service. Put authentication. That's correct. You see, authorization. Just put AATH. You are right. This. Just select that one. Authorization and trust management. So once I create authorization, I need to enable that in my trust management. Click everything here. Yep. API access. Perfect. Now add 5 service plan. Save this one. Okay. I want to park here because we have done a lot of activities. I want to start freshly from, but I want to understand if there is any problem that you have till now. Team, like any problem, because We have just disabled a lot of things from there, and we brought a lot of services at the directory level. From there, we brought it to sub account. We enabled almost all here. Now 16 plus 5, 21 services here. Now, if you go to your overview page, can you go to your sub account overview page? You should see 41 services in your application development tenant or a sub account. Any questions or any doubts or any problems?
Yeah. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Since you are thorough with the services you have, as you say, was able to add them in an actual project setting. Whose role is this to create the sub accounts and to tell the basis administrator also these are all the services that needs to be added? Will that
Actually,
person know? Yeah.
You brought up a very good point actually. So really, even basis administrator also do not know the service. So this will be driven by a technical architect along with a functional architect. Since we are the functional consultants and thing, right? Like let's take an example. I'm going with integration related requirement. As a functional architect, I should know what is functional integration services. I need to work with my technical architect. So there will be technical architect for integration team and technical architect for my application development. So they will actually help you to onboard into it, but we need to know the basics of services. That's what our intention is. So this will be majorly driven by them by with the help of basis, but we should know the background how it is coming.
Like, can we list out these are all the services that are minimum required for each of the sub account? Like in this case, app dev, you have picked up SAP build related ones
Correct.
and identity related ones. So is there any prerequisite or mandatory list of services?
I'll put in slides and tell you by okay. So once I set up
Yeah.
everything, I'll give you because this all
Okay.
comes with my experience. Okay, so like I'll put it.
Exactly. That's what I want to know. Like, how do we talk to the technical architect or basis in the project setting? We need these services at minimum.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'll put out.
Okay. Thanks, Adesh.
So can you just sum up? Yeah, just if you sum it up, like, I know the directory is a optional thing, but I think we started with the directory, and after that, what did we did? Yeah, maybe a sum up will help everybody on the same page.
Okay, so first and foremost thing, if you remember in our last session, we create. Can you go to the Abhijit? Can you go to your global account? So in the global account, what we did actually last time, we created a sub account using that URL. That sub account brought us a trial account, which it was showing the trial account in the bottom. Since we are going more specific, or I want to know the specific feature of each and every services, our intention is to create a directory based model sub account. I'm creating a directory for dev system, and I'm dividing my sub account for one for app development and automation, another one is for integration services. Since we are playing everything in our trial account do not have lot of quotas to us. Example, I want to develop an app development. So I don't want to delete the entire trial account because I'm keeping the trial account for some other purpose. And in our dev system, we are going to, let me share my screen. Just in the dev system, especially consider this is my directory as dev system. I'll just put as dev system only so that not to have different terminology. I want to run app development and integrate services using Cloud Foundry based environment. And in the trial, I will run Schema based environment so that we know what is Cloud Foundry environment, how we can actually enable services inside Cloud Foundry. And if I choose Schema environment, what are services I can enable in Schema environment? So now we are picking up this app development tenant, and we have added 11 services for app development and in this at the entitlement level. And before even I get started to the adding those services, first I enable the Cloud Foundry for both these tenants. Now we splitted the memory, one memory for actually 2 gig for app development, another memory for development. And SAP also showed us a restriction because I cannot use all 2 gig in the same provider in the same region. App development we created in the US US East, and actually integration services we have created in the Singapore region so that we can equally use that 2 gig of memory. Okay, we just set up the environment and we just set up the app development related entitlements at this point of time. Now we have to onboard all the services one by one here. This is the overall summary here. So this is just two blocks we are trying to do, and this block will come into play once I go with the schema based some kind of scenarios. Are you guys clear now? So just you please recap the entire walkthrough one more time, please.
Let's go back. Then just translate what we just.
The directory model, we created an app development and automation sub account with actually Cloud Foundry environment one. So now let's actually talk about only app development. If you go to app development, first and foremost thing, we added all the relevant entitlements here, correct, right? Like, and also we added actually, if you come here, first and foremost thing, we enable the environment here. So if you click on environment, choose the Cloud Foundry environment. So you see here, we created the environment with 2 gig of memory, and we created a development space here to run all our applications relevant to app development. Similarly, you do the same thing on your integration services. That's what. If we go to your integration service sub account, you can select a drop down also. You see a drop down there. After your app developer, you see a drop down on the top. Yes, select your integration services there. It will actually just.
Similarly, we will be having for AI, right? For AI and automation or something.
So I'm putting automation and app development on sub account. AI, once AI come into picture, I'll do it. It will be too much. I'll come to AI a bit later. So come to Cloud Foundry environment. You can Cloud Foundry environment. So now you see here, like you have 2 gig, another 2 gig here you're enabled, and actually you are set up here. But additionally, what if you go back to your app development sub account? Go back to your app development sub account.
Development sub account. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You enable lot of services because so initially when you create a sub account, it will have only 19 services entitled. Now you entitled for 41 services. So that means you actually selected a service relevant to build, and also you selected services relevant to actually business application studio and cloud identity services, and also authentication services. Everything was dumped here in this one. So I'll give list of services what are needed for app development and list of what are services needed for integration services. Okay, so this is a summary. So I would recommend please go through my video one more time. If you have any queries, please come back. We can sort it out. All right. I hope it is clear. I can actually even I'm going to recap also again one more time. But if you are stuck anywhere, let me know. I can.
And this model will be used mostly where the integration and other this process are like big compared to others.
This model will be it's a very big organization. They go with the directory based model.
Okay, and one more thing. Okay, here you said along with the technical person, the functional team is required, right? Who will talk about the application.
Correct.
So
Correct.
one of the suppose there is an integration. We have multiple integration with the multiple third-party services.
Correct.
So in that case, what information we have to provide to technical team?
So you have to provide what is your source and what is your target and what are actually, and you have to give your business requirement along with the transformation logic. And if you want to achieve, if your requirement want to do orchestration process, that is the main purpose. You'll do the orchestration process over there.
Okay. So if I take one of the example, like suppose I have integration with the there is ERP system is there, which is third party tool, where so what we have to do the information like
before I come to integration, just I'm setting the landscape, but I'm going to cover integration very long hours. I have a lot of scenarios to cover. All your questions will be answered in integration.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't worry about that. I'm going to I'll go deeper, like what is needed as a functional consultant. In any other queries, just I want to see if you have any queries in setting up the basic sub. Then I can actually play around with all those scenarios. All right. So team, let's regroup. We can get started. Thank you, team.